There are reports of further Russian provocations in the field of hybrid warfare on an almost daily basis. On Thursday, we learned about a Russian cutter that approached within about 300 meters of a gas pipeline near Szczecin. The information released to the public is rather vague. This information is not strictly secret, but it would be better if the Russian side did not receive it. Therefore, at this stage, for the safety of Poland and Poles, we cannot disclose any further information. The border guard records several incidents of this type every month. The Polish Ministry of National Defense, like the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Administration, is reluctant to comment on this matter. In fact, we deal with various types of incidents every few days, and unfortunately, they must remain somewhat secret. Russia carries out similar provocations not only in the Baltic Sea, but above all in the airspace. In mid-September, about 20 Russian drones crashed into Poland. The public was only informed about the whole situation after the fact. Our government's communication with citizens is terrible. This creates room for further manipulation. I would expect the government to take real action, coordinated with our partners in NATO and our neighbors in the Baltic Sea basin. Unfortunately, the current ruling coalition has no vision of what to do about this issue. All I can do is hold press conferences. The security of European Union countries is one of the main topics of the informal summit in Copenhagen. For several days, increased activity by Russian drones has been observed over critical Danish infrastructure. This includes the ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems shipyard, which manufactures submarines, an aviation fuel refinery, and the area around the Kiel Canal, an important trade route.
We have one major task ahead of us. We have to make our common Europe so strong that war against us becomes unthinkable. The war was never just about Ukraine. It is about Europe. All our nations, all our citizens, our values, and our freedom.
In connection with the Copenhagen summit, the countries on NATO's eastern flank hoped to reach an agreement on the construction of an anti-drone defense system. However, enthusiasm for this quickly faded. This was due, among other things, to French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz. There were voices. For example, Chancellor Merz said he believes that the idea of a drone wall does not guarantee us 100% effectiveness. My response was very honest and quite brutal in its honesty. If someone is looking for 100% methods, a 100% guarantee of security, they will find nothing. Everything indicates that the richest countries in Europe are putting their own interests above security. Baltic companies boast that their anti-road defense technology is ready for implementation. Therefore, closing the discussion at such an early stage seems incomprehensible. Meanwhile, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk, contrary to the facts, claims that the issue of anti-drone defense is still on the table. The Polish point of view on the importance of defending the eastern flank has already become widespread. Everything indicates that the current communication strategy on security issues is to put on a brave face. It seems that Ukraine will emerge victorious from the Copenhagen summit. The European Union will allocate another 4 billion euros to military aid to Kyiv. Half of this amount will be spent on the purchase of drones. In terms of internal projects, no concrete details are available at this time.